wanna be the best in the game, invest in my name, check no restraints, I'm obsessed with the pain. I ingest, I retain, assess and I change, possessed by the thought I'll be free one day from society's restraints. Money, clout and fame, mud, disease, a plague. We all love to hate, have to play the game, have to make a name. All our insecurities are on display. This is war with the enemy, think that it was meant to be. Living in a time where disease is on every screen. I won't let them fester me, I know most are festering. Negativity is the plague for the mentally weak. No mercy, all I got is working.
All right. What's up, beautiful people? Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I hope every one of y'all are having a fantastic day, as always, boys and girls. Today, I actually wanted to discuss little pumps happening all around in the ecosystem, not only in crypto, but the macro as well. So we're going to take a little gander and explore how this is actually affecting not only our ecosystem, which is PEX, PulseChain, and PulseX, but also a little bit more as well, and just dive in a little bit deeper on all of this. So I hope every one of y'all are having a fantastic day because, folks, we are standing at a pivotal moment in the world of crypto. After a long winter bear market, the first green shoots of a new bull market are starting to show their signs. They're starting to emerge. And folks, Bitcoin is one of the biggest leaders that we can look at that has shown that Bitcoin just jumped past $37,000, folks. Can you believe that? Now, again, I'm not investing in Bitcoin personally. I just don't see the gains being big enough at this point in time. But 37,000 for this asset right here, less than half away from being back to its all-time high of $69,000. Pretty freaking incredible, folks, because this is actually a monthly candle, and you can see really since the beginning of the year in January, we have been forming a nice bullish sentiment. In fact, we had a little bit of bearish energy come around the November timeframe, and then it actually kind of stopped, and now we've moved into a nice little bullish energy. Now, you have to imagine, this is back when Bitcoin was $15,500, folks. Again, 15,500 here, and went all the way so far at this point in time to 37,000. That's pretty massive moves. In fact, you can actually take a gander at it and see the total crypto market cap as well. So the total crypto market cap right now, including Bitcoin and Ethereum, is sitting at $1.38 trillion. Now, folks, last cycle, for those of y'all who aren't familiar, we were able to end up getting roughly around $3 trillion in market value last bull cycle. Now, what you can notice on this chart as well is just look back at previous times. So 2021, we go 4 years back, would put it at 2018. So you can see in 2018, we actually hit a high under 1 trillion for the market cap. This is in the ballpark of $900 trillion right here, $800 trillion. So we were able to almost triple that amount. Now, you can go back 4 years further than that once again and see that we're in the 2014 timeframe. Now, why are we going back 4 years? Because halvings happen every 4 years, and after the halving, it usually goes bullish for 18 months. So if the Bitcoin halving is somewhere in the ballpark of 2020, 2016, 2012, then we're going to be looking for these little moments to come out and be 18 months later and see what the market's actually looking like. So even here, we were below, folks. We were below back in 2014, $10 billion on the market cap. And of course, shot that up a good old 90x. So a massive move. As a matter of fact, we can just measure this out. So a move of roughly 90 or 88x on this one is the move you saw. So what a massive move. But once again, we're going to have less because now there's more coins going around. People are getting a little bit smarter. There's more things to invest in. And so people aren't putting all their capital in one and holding it like they did with Bitcoin, for example, or Ethereum when it first came out back in 2017 as well. So looking at all of this stuff and all of this information, I guess it was 2016, but looking at all of this stuff and information on this one, folks, we are absolutely crushing. So this is a 4x gain of what the cycle was for the overall crypto market cap. So we can assume that we may end up getting another 2-3x cycle. And if you go back on the 2 side of things, then we're in the ballpark of roughly that $3 trillion market cap. which we've seen already what that did to the hex price when we actually ended up hitting the $3 trillion market cap. In fact, this was the hex chart during that time. And you can see that we are getting some little energy start to happen once again. As a matter of fact, let me actually flip this up to like a 3-day. There we go. Perfect. So we're starting to see a lot of energy start to show itself once again, folks. In fact, we're starting to see the Ethereum hex side, which did a pump of 4x within the span of a few days, folks. 13 days got us a 4.2x pump. And that's just the beginning of a cycle in crypto, y'all. That is just the beginning of a cycle in crypto. Now, I know people are maybe a little bit new to the world of cycles in crypto, and that's okay, because the real gains are yet to come. And I want to give everyone a heads up on this, because I feel like the sentiment of the market is starting to flip bullish. The charts and TA is starting to flip bullish. And if you look at the overall fundamental side of things in the cycle and the way it works out, starting to appear bullish. Now, you haven't missed the run yet at this point in time. So I'm bringing this to everyone's attention so you can capture what is a possible chance of massive, maddest of gains, y'all. So I've been in crypto since the early days of 2017. I traded through wild volatility. I had crashing markets. I've gone through and done all the things that you can do back in the day before I found Hex and was degen behaviors by all of it. But guys, this one feels different. The momentum is building and you can slowly start to see it. Excitement starting to show up in the air again. And so you can really start to feel it with everyone that you're either chatting with who are in the community with you right now, who have withstood the bear market in the last 700 days. We're seeing everything fall into place for the next massive bull run. In fact, we've already seen it. So institutions are starting to jump back in, right? And mainstream media is starting to actually validate hundreds of billions of dollars getting into crypto, because their understanding is just like something when it's brand new, they have a very tough time to put and allocate any of effort into it until it actually shows that it can withstand simple things that happen in cycles of in markets, right? In the market psychology and everything else. So now that Bitcoin has been around going on 14 years, it's a lot more believable for people to have some understanding behind it. Now, you're going to miss the maddest of gains on that one. So you aren't going to see the 10x, 20x, 50x gains. But for the people in the TradFi world who are used to making 6 to 10% annually per year, you can still invest in crypto and Bitcoin, as a matter of fact, and still potentially see a double or a 100% gain within the span of that same year. In fact, we've already seen it happen with Bitcoin from the time that it hit in January, and it already reached the double as well. In fact, once again, we'll just pull it up for everyone to see. Bitcoin was back here November of 2022, and once again, 365 days later, 1 year later, it has gone and done a 2.5x pump, meaning that if you had put any money down here, you would actually have 2.5x more your money. Now, why does this matter? Because, well, it matters for many reasons. Because when you are coming in from an institutional investor standpoint or from a large entity standpoint, someone who has a ton of capital to deploy and who also has a ton of capital to initially invest, they don't need to see the 5, 10, 20, 30x gains. If you were to have invested $100 million in Bitcoin back in November of 2022 and just waited 1 year, you would turn that $100 million into $250 million, meaning you netted $150 million in profit in the span of 1 year. Now, they're not able to capture that size of growth anywhere else other than the world of crypto. So for them, they don't need to see the 10x, 20x, 30x gains like others. In fact, they don't need to worry about it because it's already getting to their level to where they can come in and capture a 50% pump, and it would massively have an impact on their bag. So institutions are jumping back in, bringing in mainstream validations like we just talked about. Major payment networks are starting to get involved with crypto. Now, yes, we want less regulation. Yes, we want less hands in. Yes, we want less centralized authority involved. However, you can't stop the progress that it's happening, and people are clearly wanting somehow, some way for this to happen. Now, for those of us who are looking for massive gains in this next bull cycle, anywhere between 10 to 1,000x gain, we're going to start diversifying our vision and mindset into other products and projects that actually have good, solid foundation, a beautiful, beautiful way of practicality of how it all works, and an amazing community. I think we're starting to see, in fact, that right now people are starting to see PulseChain. And the key to this next wave in the wealth of crypto generation games are, in fact, going to be 3 special projects, folks. The special projects are as follows. Hex. Now, what's beautiful is we have Hex on Ethereum and Hex on PulseChain. So you decide where you want to invest. If you want both because you don't want to have the chance of one running away from the other, get both. That's the beautiful part about this. You decide. You have PulseChain, which is an entire system state fork, layer 1 of the Ethereum network that was everything copied over, folks. PulseChain finally brings scalability and low fees to DeFi. Now, I do mean scalability and low fees. Yes, there are other items out there that are other networks that have lower fees, but none of them copied over the entire Ethereum network. So folks, if you are unfamiliar with this right here and you're hearing this for the very first time, congratulations, my friend. Go check to see if you had any crypto back on May 12th of 2023. Or May 10th, my apology. Go back and check if you had any crypto on the Ethereum network on May 10th of 2023. If you did, you will find that you actually have an exact duplicate copy on PulseChain, folks. And all you have to do is simply change where the network is pointing the direction that it's going to connect to. So right now it's pointing in the direction of connecting to Ethereum. You just need to point it to the direction of PulseChain, which actually involves a simple 2-step process. You just go to app.pulsex.com and connect your wallet there. When you do so, if you have never connected to PulseChain before, it will allow you to add the network inside of your wallet. So you can access the funds on PulseChain. And for those of y'all who are getting to experience that joy for the first time, congratulations. This is why we are here. So this is bringing in a full fork of the Ethereum network. And of course, guys, imagine the possibilities when you start seeing NFT platforms being able to be used. What I found last time in the cycle of 2021 was people were getting involved with NFTs, but the cycle died because they couldn't afford the fees. If you wanted to transact on partake and do simple little things on the network, you would have to pay Ethereum because that's what you have to pay on the gas fee. Well, they couldn't do it anymore because either the price got too high, the gas fees got too high, and it actually wiped out a lot of projects. Well, folks, I want y'all to understand that now there is PulseChain. PulseChain is a cheaper, faster Ethereum. In fact, it's so much cheaper that if you go to gopulse.com, and I can actually just go to the main website real quick, you can actually come on down and go ahead and type in fees. Now, why does this matter? Because this shows you the exact definition. PulseChain is 7,713 times cheaper than Ethereum. It's 13,271 times cheaper than Bitcoin. So if you want to partake in the network, now is the time to do it. In fact, you can see right now, if we just look at the actual current GWEI on where Ethereum stands, it is absolutely disgusting. 133 GWEI. Back when we just saw last month, 10 to 8 GWEI, for it to be able to fluctuate that far off makes it an unsustainable network. Now, yes, you can get around it by waiting for days to come, like the weekend, for example. In fact, this is a full heat map, which shows you that days are better actually on the weekend. You can see we're in 22 GWEI type deal, right? And so I want to share this because this is a 24-hour heat map. It looks like, oh, okay, these are the different days right here. Gotcha. First time seeing this. This is a new little icon over here. Love that they actually have it over here. But look at this, 17 Gwei over here, 16 Gwei on the weekend, right? That is the time that you want to transact, y'all. You do not want to partake and play in this game of 130 Gwei, which is why when you look at the PulseChain side of things on gopulse.com, you can see that fees are in fact so much cheaper, 7,000 times cheaper, as a matter of fact, guys. And that is wild to say. Now, why does this matter? Because PulseChain is supercharging adoption, y'all. We could see a 10x, we could see a 20x, we could even have it to where the sky is the limit. Just as Hex changed lives worldwide, PulseChain, PulseX, and Hex once again will change thousands, if not millions, of lives for those who participate and partake in the ecosystem. Now, I share the good word of these ecosystems because I do believe that these are where the money needs to be focused right now for myself. This is where I'm allocating my capital to make sure that I win going forward in the future. I've had some wins in the past. I've had some losses in the past. We've all had to experience that. And for those of y'all who are new to the crypto space, a lot of y'all are first generation cryptos people. And what that means is you're going to inherently encounter more problems because you don't have a clear, concise roadmap as to someone who has done this before you. You have no idea as to what needs to happen next, which is why so often people are left holding a bag. What that means is you buy these assets and you're told to hold them and hold them and hold them and hold them. And then all of a sudden the community dies out and you're left holding something that has less value than it initially did when it first started. And now you're just waiting because you don't want to sell it for a loss. You're just waiting for the time to go back up to get back out of it again. Now, what's funny about that, and I want to share this with those of y'all who are here with me on this stream right now. Thank you so much to all the people tuning in right now. Let's give some love and shout outs to some beautiful individual. Checks my pulse, Academaciated, Godfather J6, 151, James Pork, Orion, we got Crispy Bacon, love it, Addie P, Chad. Hello, my friends. PulseChain has unlimited potential, 100% Academaciated. Do you see PulseChain going down? Yeah, dude. So with volatility, of course, there is some ups and downs with everything. But what I will say, just through recent times, my friend, is PulseChain and PulseX and most of these other items over here, let me just hide this for a second, are in fact now making lower highs and higher lows, right? Whoops, I meant higher highs and higher lows. So what I mean by that is this point right here seemed to have been almost the bottom of PulseChain. Yes, you got some wicks down, and I can assume this, but I'm just going off candle closes. Assume we don't see the wicks. If you want to, we could even get rid of the wick just so that way no one has any confusion as to what I'm saying. So what we have right here is this ability for us to look at this and say, okay, if we're making a higher low every single time, a higher low every single time, a higher low every single time, and in fact, not only a higher low, also a higher high, you can almost draw out a parallel channel. Whoops, it's going to be on. I always forget where the parallel channels are, y'all. So my apology here. Let me just find it and then I will draw it out. Okay, cool. Right here. So we got parallel channels sitting right here. Now let's just kind of assume we're going to go based on this point to this point. And we'll go up. Yeah, we got to crank that up way higher. Way higher back over here. And open up. All right. So what I'm doing real fast, just to break this down for those of y'all who are kind of curious, is I'm just drawing a little channel to see what we've actually been doing in the past, I don't know, we'll say a couple weeks in this regard, really, since the beginning of August or end of August, early September. So we've almost been in this beautiful parallel channel this entire time. Let me see if I can kind of adjust just a smidge, y'all. Sorry, I'm just getting this all figured out and sorted. Here we go. Perfect. Okay, cool. So what we're seeing is we could see a pullback. Ideally, you would just continue going. It would actually keep on going. And what we would end up doing is most likely touching this channel right up here, coming back on average, it likes to come back to the average median blue line that you're seeing right here. So if it does a pullback, you're probably looking in this range of 4068, somewhere here in this little pullback zone. If it was to go down further, we may end up getting a nice little W start to form, which will put it in 4056. Now, again, you want to maintain this higher low status though the entire time. So ideally, if we are having this level right here, and that's the level that we can't go back and touch, well, we could easily go and we can come back down, and possibly this could be the level where we go back and retouch. Now we have, in fact, almost recouped the SEC days. Now, once we pass that, I think a lot of people are going to flip bearish. This white line is not only the SAC price, which is their sacrifice phase when PulseChain first launched, but also the pre-SEC announcement day as well. And you can see prior to that announcement, we are on a nice bullish trajectory of higher lows once again and higher highs. So we were flipping bullish. We got the SEC announcement, went under for a little bit. It broke through, as you can see, and actually found some support around this level. And now we're trending on up again. So if I was to look at this and just kind of anticipate, could we see a pullback? Yeah, there could be some. Ideally, unless there's another big event that really happens, I don't really see it going back down below 4057. But dude, it's crypto. If it hits a little bit under, I get it. I'm not saying that this is exactly how it's going to play out, but if you were to be watching this, then it's something that you can keep an eye on yourself and see if you agree, or see what actually ends up happening. So that's kind of how I could see that playing out for sure. FOMO be kicking in soon real good. Urban Productions, Emmett Mo digging it. Armando Corral, Preach ATX, Alan Fizame. I made it. How are you, my friends? Crypto Bigfoot, what's up, G? Checks my pulse. Anthony Saavedra, good morning, ATX and fam. Oh, man, appreciate all the love on this one as well. So PulseChain finally has the scalability to what Ethereum couldn't do, because fees have gotten to be so much less expensive that even right now it costs pennies to transact on the network right now. You can see, in fact, it costs 1 penny, which is currently at a value of or 163 pulse, which costs 1 penny to swap. That just is swapping between token A to token B. If you want to send something to somebody, a PRC20 or even Pulse, it's less than a penny for the fee. In fact, it's almost less than 1/10 of a penny for the fee as well. And y'all can see this by just looking right here on the GoPulse website. And in fact, in order to send, it's 1/100th or it's 8/100ths of a penny to be able to send Pulse to somebody on the network. It's 3/10 of a penny for you to send a PRC20 somewhere. Whereas on the Ethereum right now, if I wanted to do a swap, it would cost me $75 to swap. Now, obviously, it's the gas fees on Ethereum are stupid high right now. But with PulseChain, you don't have to worry about, are gas fees high right now? Because the price is so inexpensive that it's affordable for everyone, making it a beautiful, scalable solution. PulseChain is supercharging adoption, folks. We could definitely see 10x to 500x in the span of the next year to 2 years. And I think it could go even higher than that as well, if we're going to be honest. Now, PulseX will let us trade and swap tokens frictionlessly, right? It has the potential for obviously making a DeFi combo and a revolutioning DeFi, as we are aiming for, y'all. Now, of course, guys, you got to understand, risk remain. You have to understand that regulations could come out, black swan events could show up again, volatility could always derail momentum. A whale could decide that they want to either pump or drop the price. And so a whale could easily step in, and with our limited liquidity on the ecosystem, meaning that we keep a small amount of liquidity, so it allows us to pump easier, but also dump faster as well. So keep that in mind, because there is volatility that could easily derail momentum. Now, the thing that you got to understand is long-term vision is key in this matter, right? Long-term trajectory is what matters. Crypto is, in fact, the future, and the future is happening right now. I want y'all to all give yourself a good pat on the back to everyone who not only has seen the potential of what it can do for them, but also have seen some pumps in the past and maybe had to experience withholding during a bear market and watching the price fall. This is part of crypto, and if you're in it for the long haul, then these little items that take a span of some time, if you are not using it to DCA and lower your average, it is just another blip in the radar in the grand scheme of things. In fact, we can look at the hex chart in the past. This is one of the better examples that you can see. But if you just look at hex chart in the past right here, and all I do is just simply show you this chart, but not only it being in log, but out of log. And so this is what this is what all of those pumps happen look like prior to they doing the massive run up right here and doing a fall down here. All of this is hundreds of X's down here, y'all. And these are all just blips in the radar whenever you actually break it down. Because if you flip it via log, it definitely looks a lot different. You can see just from this little move alone, you get, again, 100, that's 1,535X right there. And again, that's just at the price point of 8-cent hex. And I honestly don't think we're that far off, y'all. We've hit this point over here where we've already hit the 0.8 of a penny over here. But at the same time, we can easily go back up to the 8-cent range, which is a 10X right away, folks. And it's not that far-fetched to imagine seeing a 10X on this token, getting at least back up to 8 cents. So what are you doing right now to capitalize and put yourself in a position to win? Right? Like, do you have any plan in place of what you're going to do? We got Crypto Celtics saying Pulse will reach legendary status in the years to come. Hold to retirement. Julian Soul, much love. ATX making me too damn excited. Much love to you as well. Chris Crypto AI Corner. What's up, everyone? Disciple, hello, my friend. Chad, thanks, ATX. Really appreciate you. As always, guys, I appreciate y'all. I've got 2 years and $200 stakes just ended, and gas was $443. Now, James, let's be real about this right now. Now is not the time to be ending a stake. Let's just be as clear as possible for anyone watching who is currently staked in Hex. Do not end a stake in Hex right now on the Ethereum network. You are paying a stupid high fee in gas, y'all. This is unacceptable when it comes to gas fees. Okay, now I can try to see what happened and why it's so high right now, but it just seems like people are swapping tokens. I don't really see anything crazy down here as to like why it would shoot the price up for gas fees so freaking high to just transact on the network as it always does. So let's just assume that, again, now, hello, folks, do not end a stake in Hex. Wait, at minimum, wait until you go back to see 20, 30 Gwei. Like, at minimum, reduce your gas costs by 5 to 7X alone right there. So instead of paying $440 in this example, you would actually end up paying only $63. Okay, so it is highly advantageous to wait, my friends. This fee right here, 154 Gwei, that's shitty. Shitty. That is absolutely freaking terrible. And you do not transact on the Ethereum network when it's shitty fees like this. What is so urgent that you have to end it right now for a stake? What is so urgent that you have to send or swap a token on the Ethereum network right now? Nothing, y'all. Nothing. Wait hours, if not days, at least. Why do I say this? Because one, in Hex, you're given a portion of days before you're penalized. You actually have 14 days after a stake ends in Hex before penalties start to accrue. Now, what's the penalty, you might ask? It's only 1% per week for 100 weeks, meaning that if you let that sucker bleed out for almost 2 years, then yeah, you're going to lose all the value of it. But in the span of right now, if a stake just ended and you have a 14-day window, now's not the time to end a stake. Use up your 14-day window. Shit, even after right now, if we're still high in gas fees 14 days from now, it might actually be more beneficial to wait that additional week. Yeah, you may lose 1% in a penalty and fees, but you get to save yourself hundreds of dollars on the transaction fee. So now is not the time to do anything on the Ethereum network, folks. Wait until this sucker hits lower fees, 17 Gwei. So today's Thursday, cool. Wait a few more days until Friday, Saturday. Just wait, guys. Look how low these fees get, 18, 14. Like they get super low. Just wait and be patient. If you start seeing red and 50 Gwei, 60 Gwei, this kind of levels, no sirree, Bob. Get me out of Dodge on that one. I don't want that. But folks, it's absolutely freaking crazy that we have what we have going on right now. So like hang on tight, guys. Don't lose sight of what is going on during temporary dips. Have conviction in not only the technology but the community and the community that you support. Dollar cost averaging obviously is the by far best way to get it done. You can actually steadily build your position, take some profits on the way up to mitigate risk or manage risk, and then get ready for the most exciting era of what we're about to experience in human progress, y'all. This is literally going to be a faster, in terms of technology, we are advancing at a pace of roughly growing 6 months in what used to take us 4 years. And I think it's even faster than that now as well. So what used to take 4 years for things to happen is only now being done in 6 months. So things are getting ready to absolutely freaking melt faces. Buckle up, keep your convictions, spread the word. The next generation of X's await every single one of us and every single one of you. PulseChain, PulseX, and Hex. This trifecta will shake the very foundations of crypto, of your portfolio, of your finances. So let's spread the financial freedom for all and for everyone, far and wide, folks. The sleeping giants are awaking right now. They're getting out of bed, they're getting out of hibernation, and they're seeing prices are going to just start tearing away. And they will, in fact, start getting involved because right now the bull run beckons, folks. Let's seize the day. We're still early. We're still early. Both the doors are still freaking wide open. Okay. This is the moment because the bull market comes and it hits and it comes fast, y'all. Seize the opportunity and stake your claim for not only your financial freedom going forward. Do not get left behind because the future is now, folks. I've said this time and time again, but I want every single one of y'all to actually get this done as well. I absolutely love every single one of y'all. Much love to y'all, and I want you to have a wonderful time. Get ready for the bull market because it's strapping. It's coming quick. I'll catch you in the next one, y'all. Peace.